Do you ever look at someone's wedding photos and you're like, ugh, I could have done a lot better?
Yes.
It's Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci
Why
gang,
is
Gucci gang,
everybody's
Gucci gang,
name
Gucci gang,
Lil
Gucci
something?
They're compensating for something.
I thought you were gonna say WAP.
And WAP is I love WAP.
He's a muffin top man.
I am 100%. I'm a muffin top man.
You're welcome.
This ain't no regular thing. I came for the ring, you know what I mean. I shoot my shot and it's clean. This is my city, yeah, this is my team. You see my name in the lights, better get right, I'm champion.
How's my T-zone?
Sweaty. Did you
Why y'all treat me like this?
did you not hear how you were treating us like not too long ago?
Also, who's Chad?
That's me.
Okay.
That's his first name.
First name, yeah. So
Oh,
it's
yeah, you never
Levi.
got to that.
Yeah.
That's his
Okay,
legal.
I was
Chad
like-
is his legal name.
Somebody else is going to be here too? Okay.
Yeah. He'll be here like in just a few minutes.
Yeah, Chad will
That's
be here.
your alter
He does not
ego.
shut- It honestly is. If I'm in a mood or if I'm being like
Spicy.
spicy, then
I meet Chad a lot.
she'll tell me to put Chad away or something like that.
All right, Julio, whenever you're ready, bro.
All right, folks, welcome back to another episode of that. Sorry, real quick. Are you ready?
You seem upset. You good?
I was fine.
Okay.
Yes, but we have a guest and she was nervous, so I wanted to check ahead of time. Like, are you good to go?
I'm good.
We will be fine.
All right, folks, welcome back to another episode of That's How You Feel. As always, thanks for watching and commenting and subscribing. If you haven't had the chance, don't forget to head over to our Patreon. We have a couple tiers where you can choose to subscribe for additional content. We have some more side quests coming in the future, additional content from every episode, and yeah, more to come. So thanks for hanging out with us as always. But today I am excited because we have a very, very special guest who traveled the country to come be on the podcast.
Took leaps and bounds.
Literally. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But would like to introduce you to Madison. She is a photographer. I was almost a local photographer, which you probably do some local.
Yeah,
She's
I'll
not
be back
from
here in October.
too far. Omaha, Nebraska. And your business is Madison Michelle Photography. How long have you been in business?
Legally, I've been in business since about 2018,
Yeah.
but I went full time in October of 2021.
Okay. And then it was like the black market before then.
Well, like high school and middle school and college.
Okay. But you started 2018.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
But actually, we got connected because Caleb had met Madison at a wedding. As we know, Caleb is in one of those little fancy wedding bands. He's the Adam Sandler of the wedding band. But you met Madison at a wedding?
Fun fact, I've actually never seen The Wedding Singer.
I don't think I have either.
Like I've seen like clips, like I know the movie exists and what it's potentially about, but I've never seen the movie.
I feel like if you guys were to watch it today, it's one of those where you'd be like, I don't understand why this is a thing. But growing up watching it, like it's a classic.
I'm honestly not even that big of an Adam Sandler fan. Like he's definitely fine.
I
But I'm just like,
understand that.
Yeah.
most of his movies, I'm like, eh.
I don't mind him. I understand that stance, though.
I mean, I like Hotel Transylvania.
Yeah, that's a good movie. I like.
What movie? I was like, okay, wait, that is him.
That one, and then there's the movie one with the guinea pig.
With the guinea pig?
It's Bedtime Stories.
Bedtime stories. Yeah.
Stories.
And Click.
That was a good one, too.
You know what? I need someone out there to invent a real life Click.
Y'all are like
Agreed.
missing like
I'm
his
sorry.
big hit movies though, like Happy Gilmore,
Billy
which is
Madison.
Never seen it.
didn't care for Billy Madison, but Happy Gilmore is like top tier. You never saw it? It's really that's like probably my favorite one.
My husband's not
It's a
happy
good
about
one.
that.
It's a really
That one, and then obviously there's Big Daddy, Mr.
Big
Deeds.
Daddy's good. Mr. Deeds, 51st Dates.
Not
I've
it.
seen
It's
clips
still
of
good.
that.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, I met Matt way off tangent. God, that was my fault too. Oh, I'm
Okay.
so sorry.
You'll blame me about it later. It's
Squirrel
No,
moments.
that one's on me. That one
moments.
cost us like 2 minutes. I'm sorry.
Record it.
Caleb took the show off the rails. So I met Madison at a wedding, and you ever like, I don't know, this is just me. You ever meet someone and like within seconds you're like, they're cool. Like, I know that's how you felt when you met me, but like immediately she maybe said 2 words and I was like, oh, she's dope.
I only talked to you when I met you because I felt sorry for you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. But yeah, when I met Madison, I was like,
Charity work
she's
out here.
cool. And she had I saw that she had a tattoo and I was like,
Yeah.
what's this?
Well,
but then that was it. But low key, like she opened her mouth and I was like, oh, you cool. I'm saying that too much, but yeah, she's very cool.
We'll talk more about like her photography business too, but kind of a little bit behind the scenes for people listening and watching, how it works with wedding bands. It is not like Adam Sandler, just so you know, the wedding singer. It's not that type of wedding band, but you obviously are booked for weddings. Same thing as photography. There's typically like it's not even a green room, but it's wherever the band and everyone else goes.
Away from
sometimes it's a nice room. Sometimes you're shoved somewhere. And then at some point you get some type of food. And typically I think that's how you guys met, is you guys were eating at that time.
He brought his own food.
Typical. But I mean, hey, he has done leaps and bounds. I mean,
Good on you. It looked good.
Yeah. Was it chicken and broccoli?
I don't remember. I remember there was 2 containers. But
It was probably chicken and broccoli, and the other one was probably some fruit, like a bunch of strawberries and berries and things like that. Am I right, Caleb?
Yes. I'm just flattered that you remembered that I brought my own food.
Well, you took it out of like a bag, and I was like, "Huh, he brought his own food. Cool."
You know, you're the only person like at a wedding that I've ever like spoke to.
Really?
I don't typically I'm a huge introvert. I don't talk to nobody.
I never did it.
Like I don't know
Unless
who
they
spoke
talk
to who first.
It was me.
But well, then yeah.
Yeah. I asked you a lot of questions.
You did.
I did.
But I didn't mind.
Well, because you said you were from Kansas City and that none of you didn't really work with all the other artists. So I was like, how does this work? I was so confused.
Yeah, because there's because it's a huge pool of musicians.
Yeah.
And if you do a St. Louis gig or an Omaha gig, sometimes they have local musicians from that area.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting because when you do it, you literally, sometimes for a while I would sing with the same like female lead singer, but it could be a completely different band the whole time. And so you just have to know your stuff and be ready to go. So
yeah. I don't think I've seen those people since then. Those Omaha folks that I played with, I don't think I've seen them since.
Well, why don't you introduce Madison with some...
You mean tell other things about her that you've already haven't spilled?
Some fun facts, yes.
Okay.
Other than the fact that she's a photographer and has 3 children?
2.
2 children, my bad. That's on me.
And
we're trying for a 3rd sometime this summer.
She's not currently pregnant.
I'm not pregnant. I'm going on
another
a birthday
fact. I don't know anything else.
So
we're
this is the
gonna
problem.
uncover
Caleb forgot his extra phone for notes. He has written notes with fun facts in here.
Are there really other facts in there?
Introducing Madison, the youngest of 7 siblings.
That was hers. She gave that to me. I didn't do
you
that.
put all these on here?
I texted it to him, just like topics to
so
talk
he read.
about.
So he still knew.
Don't do that to me.
Yeah.
No, I was still saying you're in the wrong.
Whatever. This is gonna get real awkward.
Yeah.
So youngest of 7 siblings. You're the baby.
I am the baby.
And Caleb, you're middle. I'm baby. But neither of us have. You have 7 siblings.
Well, 6.
6, yes. Okay.
Yes.
And
I'm number 7.
What's the age gap?
So I just turned 30 and the oldest is 45.
Okay.
My parents started having kids when my mom was 20, I think.
Okay. And then
about every 2-ish years my mom had a kid.
Kudos to your mom. Because I mean, now
that woman is a saint.
And now that you're having kids, you've had kids. I mean, I can't imagine 7 kids. I don't know how people do it or did it. And there's someone I work with who had 10 kids naturally, and she has 41 grandkids.
Yep.
And I'm like, how do you keep track?
Christmas
gifts?
All 7 of us were naturally, and then right now there's 14 grandkids.
Wow.
So.
Yeah, that's wild. So you come from a very big family.
Very big family.
Hey, real quick, were you homeschooled?
No.
Okay.
But I never went to daycare because I had siblings to take care of me.
Were you saying she gives homeschool vibes?
A little bit.
Because of my overalls. They're just comfy, actually.
No, it had nothing.
Thank you.
It had nothing to do with overalls. It had nothing to do with that. I was thinking about that earlier this week. I was like, was she homeschooled?
And you decided to ask on the part?
That's okay. That's not homeschool.
She was not homeschooled.
We're probably
Who
going to get
cares?
homeschool for as long as I can handle it. So
True. Honestly, it's not a bad thing.
No, we want our boys to know who they are and whose they are before they go into school. So
I like that. I like that. I like that a lot.
Mic drop.
yeah.
And then Chris Foreman, who has been on the show before, is Caleb's older brother, designed your website.
Yes, he did.
Gotcha. So how long ago was that?
I think we launched in like the end of the year, early of the year. It was sometime around there.
Nice. What was it like so did you to collaborate working on like a website for your business for the first time and stuff like that? Did he?
Well, it wasn't the first time. So the person that did my like logo and branding, she did the website and it worked for that time period, but I've just kind of like have a different target audience and market wanting to provide a cleaner experience. And I had messed with the website so much that it just looked too busy and overwhelming. There I was like, I can't do this. I need to give someone all of my thoughts and notes and then let them kind of figure it out and provide options. So that's what Chris did.
Nice. Well, if you want to check it out, feel free to go over to www.madisonmichellephotography.com. And you can check out her website, check out her work. And then you can also find her on madison.michelle.photography on Instagram. So don't forget to head over there, like her, follow her, and check out her content. She also has beef with Caleb due to his socks in the bed.
Nasty.
Whatever.
So what is...
That's nasty.
Is it the rolling of the socks and leaving them there?
I don't roll my socks. I just kick them off.
You kick them off and leave them in your sheets and or they fall out of the bed.
Yeah.
And you said you had a pile.
Yeah.
There have been, I wouldn't say a pile, but there's
That's
like,
what you said.
between 2 and 4,
I listened
5, 6 socks. Like right now, there's no socks.
When was the last time you changed your sheets?
That's a great question. Probably a week or 2 ago. They will get changed tomorrow.
I thought no, you said every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Every 2 weeks. And so tomorrow they will get changed. The house will get cleaned top down. Well, not the bathrooms because I don't do bathrooms, but the house will get mopped and swept.
That's weird.
Spouse does the bathrooms.
Her choice or your choice?
It was a compromise. I said, I will clean the entire rest of the house if you just do the bathrooms. So I do kitchen, living room, dining room, upstairs, downstairs, a vacuum, all the rooms.
Yeah.
You have and
I won't dust, but
I despise dusting.
so
Really?
yeah,
Why?
I think that's a solid trade
Because
off.
there's a lot to like move and I got a lot of plants.
Yeah, that's
Got a
true.
lot of plants.
So
Sorry?
it's just you haven't taken the time to do it. So okay.
And I
That
have
makes sense.
seasonal allergies, so they can kick up some things, but
Yeah, that makes sense.
So, I just don't do the bathrooms.
And I know this, but the more you talk about it, I realize how much you really do not like bathrooms, being in the bathroom with other people near. Do you have a fear of the toilet?
Shut up! No,
Is there a term for that?
I'm sure, but
I
I
don't
could not pronounce
fear
it.
the toilet. As much time as I spend in the bathroom, I don't. There's no fear of the.
Are you afraid it's gonna like start?
You need a
chomping?
squatty potty. That's what you need. Just saying.
Let's just go. Can we go to
I
comments or
bought him
something?
a squatty potty.
You did?
I did.
Can we go to like
For
comments? And,
Christmas, and he has used it once, and then said he doesn't know how to use it, and so he will not use it.
Well, your kids can use it as a step stool in the bathroom to wash their hands too, once they get to that age. So
But squatty potties are legit, are they not?
so remember to like, comment, and share, and subscribe to our podcast.
I've already done that.
I don't
not
remember you
sponsored.
doing that. Check
I
out our
did in the
merch.
very beginning.
If y'all can see Levi's camera angle there, we actually have some live merch on set right now. That is our He Needs Some Milk shirt. That's a gift for Madison for coming on the podcast.
Yeah.
I won't say that every guest gets a gift, but Madison gets a gift. Because she
I
drove.
asked too.
She did ask.
I asked. I was like,
She
do I
did
get
ask.
something?
You know who still has not gotten any merch and has asked? My parents.
I know. I've literally
I
have.
ain't got them a thing.
Mother's Day present.
he
Father's
ain't
Day
gonna do
present.
it.
That's
He
a
ain't gonna do
great.
it.
That's actually a really good idea. When is Mother's Day?
Sometime
May.
around April, May.
It's
It's
in May.
always in May. Father's Day is in June.
Tight.
I want to say it's the second Sunday.
All right, let's get into some comments.
This comes from our TikTok about disposing of eggs, Caleb's habits of putting them back in the carton and in the fridge. Dragon Lord just commented, doesn't matter. I chuckled at that because you're right. Conversation didn't matter. But
No, none of the questions matter.
yeah, but it's conversation. But thank you for watching and
Thank
taking
you.
the time to comment.
Thank you for commenting.
But also, Ken5 said y'all made a podcast to talk about eggs. Which,
Yup.
yes,
Eggs.
but we talk about a lot more good stuff. Someone did defend us and said someone has to ask the good questions.
That's true.
So,
Exactly.
and then on TikTok about ranking restaurants where you keep the top 5, bottom 5 go away. The Casey Jackson.
The Casey Jackson.
Commented and said,
girl right there.
again, Kayla being so wrong and so loud. We all agree and stand with you, Casey.
It's fine.
Episode 56, which was our episode on bullying. This is one of our comments on it. This comes from the other Matt LeBlanc. He said, bullied my entire school career. My son gained his own bullies by protecting others being bullied. It became too much and he took his life 2 years ago at 16. Thank you guys so much for talking about this subject. Pretty soon I'll have a podcast up focusing on the long-term effects of bullying and how I heal with comedy. So one, I just want to say thank you for commenting, Matt, but also for sharing a little bit of your story. We both know Matt.
Do we really?
From church. And definitely want to talk, excited to see his podcast that he's working on and get it going. So would love to hear more of that story. So thank you for commenting.
Was Matt in the green room?
Yes.
Okay. My bad.
And then this is from the favorite TikTok, and your Dr. Pepper.
Oh, geez.
What is that? The Dr. Pepper?
Stop it.
Okay, this is Chad Stephen Michael Michaels, 4605 commented, said, the belly scratch got me wanting to throw up. So when I read that, I was like, what? I mean, I knew I scratched my belly, but literally at the beginning of the video, I guess I scratched a little bit. I was like, okay. But what was funny, the captain's snark commented, thank you for having our back, said, life must be tough for you.
I like that.
Which I thought was a very good response.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the comments from this week.
Sweet. The first one was about like eggs. Like when you crack an egg, do you put the egg in the carton or do you just throw the egg right in the trash can after you crack the egg?
Depends on how many eggs I'm using.
Okay.
If it's more than one, I'll put it back in the carton. Then once I'm actually done, I'll take eggshells and throw them away. Then wash my hands. Then put the eggs back in the fridge.
Good answer. Good answer. We need a Steve Harvey little clip that pops up.
Or like a family applauding. Good answer. Good answer.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, I think
That would be fun.
I think that would be
It would
great.
be fun to have that.
Let's go to some questions of the day. Question of the day.
No.
So, question of
Really? It needed that. You needed stupid.
it just
He
gives
needed the
it's my
break.
little mind
Yeah.
like transition, you know.
Insert audio here.
Yeah. So when you guys get Venmo sent, like money sent to you through Venmo, does it stay in Venmo or do you transfer it immediately?
Not all of it, because I'm actively having a nanny, so I need to have like some in there.
Yeah.
But if it's like a big amount, like 900 to 1,000, I'm like, nope, that instantly goes into my bank account.
For your business, do you get paid a lot through Venmo?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I figured
Okay.
because that's more of a common way to pay now. What about you, Caleb?
It honestly depends on the amount. I think if it's 50, probably if it's $100 or less, I forget about it because I like to like forget about it because in case I need it later on, like to Venmo someone, it's like, oh, I got some money in here. Hey. But if it's like a client paying me, then it's like, let me go ahead and throw that over to my account.
Yeah.
But I got paid for a gig that I'm not doing for a few months from now. And I was like, I'm not going to transfer that until I do the gig.
That makes it. In case if they back out, then you might have to refund some.
What?
Do you have a?
Do you not have a retainer, sir?
I was gonna say, do you
I
have
don't even know
a?
what that means.
Oh, honey.
Is that like a deposit?
Yeah,
It's a retainer.
like a
I don't know what that means.
a non-refundable retainer.
Oh, a deposit.
It's not called a deposit.
Sure.
Because deposit
I
in
would call it
people's
deposit,
mind
too.
thinks
they
think
get the
they can get
deposit
it
back.
back.
Okay.
So for clients, they have to put a retainer down that goes towards the full cost.
Mm-hmm.
But if they cancel or move their wedding date, like that money is still mine because I turned away all these other clients for that date.
And you put a lot of time.
Oh, but see,
and
you're actually like in
planning.
demand and people actually want to book you. I don't have that problem yet.
Yet, keyword.
Like I had a client who booked me, and their wedding was coming up. I don't remember what it was, but then like I got a text a little while ago. It was like, hey, the wedding's been canceled. And I'm like, it's a good thing you didn't pay me, because I would not like to give that money back to you.
Yeah.
So I'd have been mad. What was the
for
question?
Me, the Venmo.
Okay,
So
Venmo.
for me,
Jeez,
I think I'm in the same boat as you. It would really depend on how much it was. I think I will say there's like $6 in there that's been there for months. Ariana sent it to me. I don't even know.
I found PayPal money once. I was like, ooh.
Yeah, it's like you ever run across the money in there and you're like, why?
Like go into the bank account.
See, we're both like,
Bro.
oh yeah, hey, cool.
No, but like,
got
I
some
mean,
money.
That's the equivalent of finding just like dollars in your pants that you forgot.
Yeah,
about.
but if it's like if it's like someone Venmos me for like a drink or like a Starbucks thing, I don't need that $7.
That's true.
No, and I think that's what it was with Ariana.
Yeah.
I told her don't send me anything. She Venmoed it anyways.
Maybe
So,
it's for your birthday.
yeah, thanks for the 6.
Hey, that
No,
could get you a fountain drink.
That's true. Yes. No, good. You can only use one condiment for the rest of your life. What are you choosing?
What are we choosing on 3? 1, 2, 3. Ranch.
Ranch.
Ranch, yeah.
No, but
Yes.
I wouldn't choose ranch.
What? Mayo?
Ketchup.
Maybe it is. Is it ranch?
It's ranch.
Ooh, follow up to the condiment.
It's probably
Chick-fil-A
ranch.
sauce or Raising Cane sauce.
Cane sauce.
Cane sauce.
Cane sauce.
Hey, I'm gonna go ahead and bow out right
Okay,
now.
bye. We're having fun.
He does not like canes.
I don't like Chick-fil-A sauce. Although when Chick-fil-A switched their
I
oil,
like Chick-fil-A sauce, but
I can't eat it anymore.
okay, interesting. They switched their what?
Oil that they fry everything in.
Oh, I didn't realize
It
that.
tastes different.
Interesting. My daughter is obsessed. I mean, I think it runs through her veins, Chick-fil-A sauce.
Wow.
Anytime chicken nuggets, if you get it from McDonald's, no, it has to be Chick-fil-A sauce. But cane sauce all day.
All day.
All day. They're fried. I never normally go for their type of fries. They're normally not my favorite.
Crinkle.
Yeah, that crinkle. But for some reason, how
Look
they
at
cook
that
them.
stink face.
Huh?
Look at that stink face.
Oh, I know.
I'm gonna go get some cane sauce on the way home. I'm gonna get some, and I'm gonna get some Chick-fil-A sauce, and I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna taste something with them both, and I'm gonna see what's up.
Don't
Take a
try the
video.
chicken from there, but
I'm not.
Yeah.
Cane's chicken's terrible.
all right. Well,
Nasty. Is it ranch though? Do I want ranch? It's
Mayo,
either ranch or salsa.
Hot sauce.
It's either ranch or like
I'm gonna
salsa.
hand the phone over to you and let you take the topic from here.
All right. So okay, Madison is such an amazing person because she wanted to talk about anything and everything under the sun, and there was like a million topics that she was like, I want to talk about this. I want to talk about this. I want to talk about this.
No, I didn't want to talk about it. I was sending you ideas.
Thank you.
Hey, it just means that when we have you back,
In October?
Yeah, done deal.
done.
Okay. We'll get on the date.
So music. We wanted to talk about music. We talk about music all the time.
Yeah, I love music.
Big music because we're musicians and we
Right.
just love music. Did you know I was in a boy band?
Did you know I was in a girl band?
Don't do that. Don't
Were
play
you
with
really?
me.
Until I was 8 years old.
Don't play with me.
Caleb too.
No, I was in it
18.
until I was like
16?
16.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Shout out Mixed Track.
Shut up. What's wrong with you?
Do you know what's wrong with me?
Reunion.
So
When we have our live podcast show, there will be a Mixed Track reunion. We'll sell out of tickets just by that. Imagine Blue Springs will be in an uproar. It'll be on the bill. Oh my gosh. Chris, Davy, Joshua, get your outfits ready.
Ooh, outfits.
We should like get them like custom made ones.
Okay. Sorry, Caleb. Go ahead.
It's going to be a thing.
So what music did you listen to in your home as a child?
Okay, think about that.
So
What about you?
how? Hold on, before you even answer, you got to think about this. This is what I'm talking about. Like when we come prepared, like how do you not know the answers already if you stop playing with me?
So just to combat you, I do know my answer right off the top of my head.
Thank you.
I was trying to give it to our guest first because we have a guest on the episode. So I was trying to be like, oh, let me think about that and have her answer first.
So you playing with people.
I know I
He's
was
playing with you.
I was trying to navigate the conversation so she would answer the question because we have a guest. So trying to be nice. So
Funk. We listen to funk.
Really? Mm-hmm. Like in your household growing up?
I didn't see that.
No,
I
like-
would have never guessed that.
No, like I
I would have never.
funk. So
Funk, Tower Power, Earth, Wind and Fire,
okay.
the Doobie Brothers, Chicago. What was the other one? I wrote the other ones down.
I would have never.
Toto,
coulda-
Prince, Stevie Wonder, Lionel Richie, Wild Cherry.
So did you enjoy that?
Oh yeah, it's fun.
Okay. So it was
My dad was he plays the drums, so
Nice.
that's how I got into being in a girl band until I was 8 years old. And then
What was the name? Are you allowed to tell?
I don't remember.
Yeah.
Higher Power, Pursuit of Power, something like that.
Nice.
It
Hey.
was like a Christian jazz band.
Well, get the band together. You'll be the opening act for Mixed Track.
No, I don't sing in public anymore.
Wait, we can lip sync it in. We got it.
Okay, I'll do that. No, I won't. I don't do karaoke.
Lizzie McGuire movie. We got this.
I don't do karaoke.
It's not karaoke. It's like
I can't.
we'll talk. We'll talk off script.
Okay. Okay, why are you surprised by funk?
I wasn't expecting. I mean, I just
Because you're white.
Okay, your point.
I would have
Thank
guessed
you.
country, polka.
polka.
Okay, that
I would have guessed. My first choice would have been country, and then like contemporary Christian music, and then rock, heavy metal, anything that's predominantly like done by like white musicians. I'd have guessed those. I would have never landed on funk, but
funk.
that is beautiful.
You want to know my oldest son's favorite song?
I
Because
do.
of Grandpa. Play that funky music, white boy.
That's incredible.
Play that funky music, white boy.
It's a great song. Who's it by, Levi?
Funky music, white.
Who's it by?
I don't know off the top of my head.
Wild
I
Cherry.
do know what?
Wild Cherry.
I wouldn't have said that anyway. So.
I grew up on honestly, I grew up on like gospel and like contemporary Christian music.
Yeah, there's some sprinkled in there.
That was all we had in our house. It was,
Well, and you had original music too.
yeah, if it wasn't like our band music, because the band originally started as like a Christian band. And then we got this manager who did not go to church, and he was like, you guys need to be in R&B and hip hop and pop. So it was when like my dad was like heavily into church. So it was always like Christian music. And then because we wanted to like change our sound, that's when we started like adding in like secular music. And he would like encourage us to like listen to other genres. And he would make us watch the Grammys, the American Music Awards, the MTV Awards, like to like get inspiration from like other artists. And so we didn't get introduced to like secular music until I was like 10, 11, 12. And I was like, whoa, this is neat.
Oh, wow.
So it was really weird.
Yeah, that's a big change.
Interesting.
But it had to be like clean music though. It still had to be like
Couldn't have
Still
like
not
cuss
gross.
words, stuff like
Will
that.
Smith was like, he was A-okay.
Switch. That song?
This is back when it was like getting jiggy with it and like Wild Wild West.
Wasn't Switch at that time?
Oh no, Switch was way later than that. But I do know the song. I do know. I love the
Love that
song. That song came out much later. What did you listen to as a child, Levi?
I was just jamming to it, getting jiggy with it. That's a good one. Grew up in the 90s, so I mean 90s music in general, but country was, my mom listened to a lot of country, especially I would say 90s country and like early country before then. And then pop, but also gospel, and I would say some contemporary Christian. Nicole C. Mullen, that's who we listened to her. Is it I Am album or Redeemer album? So one word number 4. I don't know the name of it, but it starts with "At the end of every rainbow."
He sings on every episode. It's not a true episode unless Levi sings.
I've
these
been
ones.
listening.
Sorry,
I was just trying to think of that song.
So what did you?
It's not a popular one. It's not a popular one. But yeah, no, I mean, that was pretty much. Now Ron, my stepdad, he loved classic rock, classic, all that stuff. Whenever I'd have to ride in the car with him, and he always had 105.1 on, I'd sit there so annoyed and frustrated I just in my head, so annoyed. Could not wait to get out of that car. Now, I like if I ever run across some of those songs, I smile stuff. But like it's just, I could not stand that stuff for the longest. I wanted to listen to pop and stuff like that.
It is interesting,
How
like
dare
when you
you.
finally like hear like the music that your parents forced you to listen to, like when you become an adult and like it just hits somewhere, it's like, ooh, I remember hating this song, and now like,
But it's actually
song
kind of good.
hits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get past that little pride and ego, and yeah, no, for sure.
what music did you choose to listen to though?
Oh, the early 2000s, like all of
good,
that
yeah.
stuff. Kesha,
Kesha.
Chris Brown.
That's so funny. That's the first person you said, Kesha.
I was like trying to think about it because
The Chris Brown album
like
that had Yo on it. Give me that, Run It. It's never
yeah.
the right time to say goodbye. When Chris Brown hit, I was like, okay.
Yeah, I don't like his new stuff. His old stuff's good.
His old stuff is great. I do.
Yeah, I honestly haven't liked his new. Do you like his new stuff?
I'm forced to because I'm a DJ.
That's true.
But like, it's kind of. I've learned that I hit that era. Like, what year is it? 2025. I hit the era of like in 2005. I haven't left that era of music. Like the 2000s. Like that's where I stayed. Like anything after 2010. It's like, that's like, what is this? And so
Just gotten garbage.
I really don't listen to anything new. I'm like, when I hear new music, I'm like, oh, this is cool. When did this come out? They're like 10 years ago. I'm like, oh, is it old? Like, I'm so out of touch. The music that I chose was like Nelly when he first came out with like his Country Grammar album. Dr. Dre in 2001 was like when I started listening to my own music. This is when you could burn CDs.
Yeah.
And I remember
Or tape cassettes, like you could.
I didn't tape any. I never made a cassette.
Do you know what I'm
tape.
talking about though? Like
I know
where
what a
you
cassette
record on
tape is.
like you could record
Never
on them.
did it.
Yeah,
though.
and I know the like the play record. Maybe I did like a couple of times.
You never made it for like a girl, like a little love.
A tape?
Yeah, like a
No,
little,
I
like,
never did a cassette
These are
tape.
songs for you, and
You
No.
might have
you
done a
like,
CD, but not.
I burned
not a
CDs
tape.
for girls, but never a cassette tape.
Oh, y'all missing out. That was note passing before note passing was a thing.
I passed notes,
Too
but
young for
never
that.
cassettes.
But like Sierra. Oh yeah, I'm looking at my throwback playlist, like Akon and Pitbull,
How old
Soldier
are you
Boy,
again?
30, Metro Station,
Okay.
Cobra Starship, Jeremiah.
Okay.
I never really liked Beyonce.
That's fine.
Flo Rida, Ludacris,
That's so funny.
The
'Cause, like,
Dream,
The Who?
The Dream.
You are so interesting.
The dream.
Stop it. Move on. Let him. He's an artist.
Falsetto.
In my falsetto. That's
I Love Your Girl, D4L, NSYNC,
Yeah,
Gucci
I know
Mane,
them.
Wycliffe Jean,
goodness.
Snoop Dogg. I got a wide variety.
Where did you grow up?
Omaha, Nebraska.
Crazy. All right. Okay, so there's this moment in time that will
Carrie
forever
Hilson.
be burned into my skull. I remember we had this kid up the street named Scott who could burn CDs. When he was like, to us, he was like a tech genius because he knew how to burn CDs. And I gave my oldest brother a list. I was like, hey, can you burn these songs for me? And he was like, yeah, okay. And so he makes this CD for me. And it's got Nelly, Dr. Dre, Will Smith, and a bunch of other artists. But like the first track was Dr. Dre, The Next Episode. Or was it Forgot About Dre? One of the two songs. A lot of cussing on that song.
Oh, yeah.
The next song was Will Smith's Wild Wild West. That song is clean. It's good.
It's a good one.
So Sunday morning, my brother hands me this CD and he's like, hey, here you go, dog. And I'm like, ooh, cool. We're on our way to church. And my dad is driving and I'm in the front seat and I put my CD in because I want to hear these songs. Now, my dad's van did not work great. And so that track skip button didn't really work when we needed it to. It goes in, it starts playing, and the Dr. Dre song is the first song. And I'm like, and I'm trying to skip it before the curse words come in, and it just won't skip. And Dr. Dre is cussing, and my dad, like, he lets 5 seconds go. My dad hits the eject button and tosses it out the window. And I was so pissed.
Did you get a whooping?
No, like, he was just a bunch of junk, and he just kept driving.
Yeah.
I never got to hear the CD past the first track. I was so mad.
So you don't even know all what's on it.
No! I knew Will Smith was number 2, and I knew that would be okay for my dad.
So you're trying to go to number 2.
I never got to number 2.
The whole CD thing sparked a memory for me.
Oh man.
Have you guys ever been on a vacation?
No.
This happened to me at a gas station.
Gas
But like,
stations.
and there's someone
Try
who
that.
is on their journey of becoming a musical artist, and they have their own CD. Most of the time, it is rappers.
Okay.
This could happen. It happened in Vegas.
Yeah.
Was it you or Joel that stopped and talked to him?
Joel did.
Yeah.
Idiot.
But have you ever ran into those people and actually bought one of their CDs?
My dad has.
Did you listen to it?
No.
So I was with. Do you know my friend Brandy?
No.
So I was with my friend Brandy, and we
singer?
were, right, and we were on our way back from Florida. I ran inside to go to the bathroom. I come out, and she was like freaking out because I guess she got approached at the gas pump by someone, and she bought his CD for $1. We put that in the CD player, and he's going places. It was really bad.
I bet he's famous right now. You don't even know.
It was very vulgar. Yeah, every other word was like a cuss
Yum.
word, and it was very like sexualized.
Yeah.
Right from the, I mean, it hit you right in the throat.
I mean, sex sells, so.
she bought it for $1. So
You know what song I like that everybody hates? Gucci Gang.
do I know that?
It's by an artist called Lil Pump. It was his only hit. It's Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang, Gucci
Why
Gang,
is
Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang,
everybody's
Gucci Gang,
name
Gucci
Lil
Gang.
something?
Because
They're
anyway,
compensating for something.
so when you got to choose your own music, did your parents approve of the music you chose?
No.
Yeah.
Really?
I mean, my parents didn't care. Ron didn't. Ron, it was 105.1 no matter what. He was not, like, I would have to fight to change the channel. But other than that, I mean, yeah, my mom liked pretty much the same music I liked. And
Yeah.
it wasn't where, like, if there was a cuss, I mean, I had seen, we weren't like, I wasn't hidden from all that. So
I do have a funny story. My dad obviously did not like the music, but my mom kind of like would like listening to the catchy stuff. So I remember one day, my dad did a lot of ministry work. So there's this open door mission in Omaha where like the homeless will go and live. So my dad would go and like do discipleship, bring people home and let them stay with us for a little bit. But my mom's walking down the stairs singing, "Hey baby, hey baby, hey baby, hey baby." And we had,
hey,
what was his name? Tyler? No. Vincent?
Timothy.
Something. And he's black and she's coming into the kitchen and he's like, "Dang, Miss Nabbity." Like she's just screaming it at the top of her lungs and she had no idea anybody was home. It was hilarious. But it's funny now because she's
beautiful.
like, Soldier Boy, crank that. That's not there's some sexual meaning in there. And so my mom never realized that. So a couple years ago, she's like, "Are you kidding me? That's what you guys are listening to?" She's like, "I love that song and you just ruined it for me."
She was probably
my
singing in her
gosh.
mirror. And she'd been so mad.
You know-
I don't know what. Go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead. No. Do your thing.
Well, that sparked a memory for me. I don't know why. I've heard this song once in my life, but I know the words to this song still to this day. And the reason why it sparked is because I happened to sing it earlier randomly, and I thought this song. I'm like, why do I know? It's Miss Booty.
I can sing that one.
By Bubba Sparks, Miss New. You know what's
I
really funny about
found you,
yeah.
Miss-
You know what's so funny about first of all, let me just because there's a thing that happened earlier. You said he's black. You were talking about somebody that was in the house, and you said he's black, and she didn't. She just said it, and she didn't like pause. She just said he's black. Thank you for doing that and not being afraid to say the word black. Just
Yeah.
made my heart melt.
Okay.
Oh gosh, my dad. Okay, my dad is like the definition of doesn't know like the meaning of songs, but like if it's catchy, he's all about it. There's a song, and it's horribly nasty. There is no clean version of the song, and it's called "Play" by David Banner.
I thought you were gonna say WAP.
And WAP is I love WAP. So I love I love that song. Anyway, but the song "Play" by David Banner. Listen to it with earmuffs.
No
but
kids. No
it is
kids.
horribly nasty. I love the song. It is horribly nasty. My dad loves that song, but he's never heard
Has he actually listened to the lyrics?
he's never heard the lyric. He just likes the music. because the beat is really cool, and like
Yes.
he loves that song.
Don't ruin it for him.
He watches the podcast. He's gonna have. So yeah, it's gonna be.
Put this part on
he needs to
Patreon.
know.
No,
But also,
let him live his
it.
best
Yeah.
life.
my dad is an ordained minister. Like he loves the Lord. He preaches.
So he's gonna be asking for forgiveness every single day.
Probably. I don't know, because he also loves Juvenile's "Back That Thing Up." That's one of his favorite songs.
That is have a good
And he
beat,
does
though.
like he doesn't know a word he's saying, but like he loves the song.
Wow.
Loves that song.
The blinders
And
just go on when he hears that.
Miss New Booty, he loves that song too. It's so funny, like to hear him bob his head to songs now. He's a whole hypocrite, but
I almost went into another sparked memory, but
no,
Yeah,
we
same.
can stay on music, honestly.
well, with
You don't want to talk about me?
I do.
Too.
We're gonna actually switch gears because I do want to focus in a little bit on her business. That's why we brought her
just-
out here today.
I know.
Yeah, we
could
really
spend
did.
all the whole time on music. Yeah,
We could
I
have.
agree.
I was like, we don't have to
Yeah,
just
we
wait till
could, like,
October
we
to
could
talk about
talk.
photography.
But
A little teaser.
we obviously, when we prepare the notes, we send out questions. There's a lot of questions on here that you've read. We probably will not get to all of them, but I do want to highlight some of your business and kind of learn about your passion and what got you started and your
gosh.
focus and everything.
Just
so,
to recap, she's a photographer.
I am.
yes. So how long have you been a wedding photographer? How did you get into photography?
You already asked that.
Kind of.
We didn't ask like her how long she's been doing it. Or
8 years.
Legally, I've been in business since 2018.
she did say that. Yes.
Yeah, bro.
Went full time in 2021, but I've been taking photos since 2007 when I used to steal my mom's camera in middle school. Yep.
Was this okay? Was it like a digital camera thing, or was it?
It was a DSLR.
Oh, so it was like a thing.
Yeah, it was a thing. And then I would call her from the school phone and say, hey, I'm going to hop on the bus, go take photos of this basketball game. Can you pick me up at this middle school? And she's like, sure, whatever. So then I'd give the cards to the yearbook teacher. Don't know if she did anything with it, but that's kind of how it started.
Like
And
the
then-
memory card things.
And then did you take photography class?
So I did photography class in high school, became on the yearbook team in high school, co-editor for 2 years.
Nice.
And then I went to school for photojournalism, but quickly realized that was not it.
Did you finish school?
Yeah. There was just one professor for the whole journalism college, photojournalism portion, and he was not a nice guy. Even coming in, he already had his freshman favorite picked out and would not give me the time of the day to teach me. So I was like,
That's frustrating.
I'm not dealing with this for 4
Yeah,
years
I
and
don't
trying
blame
to earn your favorite. I was like, no. So I switched to advertising and public relations and graduated with that. Got married in 2017, graduated, started a corporate job, and then went and got legally a business in 2018.
What was your corporate job?
Well, I started as a marketing intern because I was done with classes in June, but I didn't graduate till August. So it was like that weird. I couldn't get a job yet. Then became a marketing consultant. Then I became an HR specialist, which is just the file room person, and then became a talent acquisition coordinator. I got laid off at that job, that company, and then did talent acquisition coordinator for a different company. So, which is basically like the admin for the recruiting team.
So during this time when you had like corporate jobs, obviously photography was still a passion. Were you doing it on the side?
Yes, I was building it.
And so when you made the decision to finally go full time, what was that transition like? Because in my mind, I'm thinking of me if I was to go full time, say with the podcast today, financially, like I'm like thinking of that. So financially, like what was that a big risk? Had you been preparing? What did that transition look like for you?
Well, a lot of I would say most of the money from the photography business while I was working the corporate job just went into savings because we had the income. But what sparked it is I got pregnant and then did maternity leave and then went back for a couple months. I was like, I can't do 40 hours here and 40 hours with my business because I'm gone every weekend. I was like, my marriage is going to suffer. My husband is not going to want to be around me and I'm not going to be a mom the way I want to be. So luckily I had saved up so much that we were able to just dive in and
That's awesome.
let the Lord provide.
Did you start out when you went full time? Was it strictly like geared towards weddings, or did it initially just gear towards general photography? Or is there? So I know your niche is wedding photography, right? Did I say that right? Niche.
I think it's just dependable on which way you like it. But to answer your question before you even finish it, I would do kind of anything. Weddings obviously bring in the most money because it's a bigger ticket item, but family photos, I'm starting to do more like headshots and branding because my goal is to be able to work during the work week once the kids get into school, so I'm not working on the weekends. I can have time as a family and to respect my husband's time as well. So, yeah, I primarily do weddings. That's the big ticket items, but I do family photos, engagement sessions. I'll do newborns, but not like where they're wrapped up all prettily, like more lifestyle and home.
Yeah.
The parents are holding the child, that sort of thing.
No, for sure. Is it so with weddings? And I imagine obviously it is big because you put wedding on anything and it triples the price.
Well, there's a lot more
there is
at
lot.
stake.
Yes, and I was also gonna say your whole day is there too, right?
Yeah,
so it's very
basically.
long, and most of those are on weekends, And do you typically book back to back, like on a weekend sometimes?
I try not to because then by Sunday I'm like dead. I try not to. When I was younger, yeah, but once you hit 30 or like 25, you get tired a lot easier.
Yeah, that's what you tell me.
So,
Gosh, I could just lay. I get home from work, and I have to fight to stay awake. It's rough
you
in the
can't
streets.
sit down or else you
Listen,
fall
Caleb,
asleep.
I don't know how you have the energy you do. Over
I
there,
wish
but-
I had your energy. But also, I do have to get up in the
What
morning to
energy?
work out
I
before
don't
the
have
kids.
energy.
Well, yeah, but we were talking about like sleeping. You're like,
I just like when I am, but by the time 5 o'clock rolls around, I am dead tired. But then that's when my son gets home. I'm like, let's get it. So I'm just like, yeah, like,
You get an energy burst from him.
yeah, it's just
That's great.
Because I literally like if I didn't have a child, I would at 5 o'clock some days I would go upstairs from my office and go straight to bed.
oh yeah, for sure.
But when my son comes home, it's like, and he sees me, I'm like, you know what?
Let's go.
Let's party.
Oh, that's so sweet.
But I mean, it's like because I only get 2 hours with him, and I'm not saying that to be this like prolific person about like you only get 2 hours with your son because he goes
No,
to
but that's a-
daycare.
that's
but
a
like
thing.
he goes to bed at like 7, 8 o'clock. Like so from like when he gets home around 5:30 to bedtime, that's all I get with him.
Yeah.
But that's
Like-
good on you, though.
I wake up with him in the morning and I take him to daycare, so we have that little bit of time too. But he's with other people most of the day. So
Which is why, I mean, and I know like it's the way this world is financially, like you have to, it's so expensive to live.
let me
What
be
I'm getting
clear
at,
though.
like,
I don't want to be a stay-at-home dad.
right. But it is hard, especially I feel like working 40 hours a week, it's way more than 40 hours a week.
Yeah.
But it just feels like it's there's more combined in those hours than I don't know. I just feel like there's more on your plate and you don't have as much time for your family. And I give huge kudos to you for you and your husband just for sitting down and making that decision.
That was all the Lord,
Because-
though.
And sometimes you just have to give it to God.
Oh,
When
absolutely.
you looking back on like when you were doing like when you started like doing like weddings, like not headshots, but like family photos.
Yeah.
When you were first starting out, if you look back now, do you feel like you undervalued yourself,
I think
were you like adequately priced?
I think I was adequately priced at the time, but I did not raise my prices when I needed to. So I stayed in this little bubble where people don't value and want to invest in good quality. So I was just getting price gouged. So I was working a ton more than I should have been.
Okay.
For the value.
Because you were so inexpensive, they're like, oh yeah, we'll go with you.
Yeah.
Okay. I got a friend right now who's like, she's just getting started and she's doing like 1 hour sessions for like $20 and like 2 hour
No.
sessions for like $40.
No.
And then like 3 hour sessions for like $100. I'm like,
Please stop.
and I messaged her, I posted on her Facebook, you are too cheap.
Tell her to message me.
Well, and
Taylor.
it
Taylor,
makes
let's
a
talk. I'll help.
huge difference just in we use a certain photographer locally that we have found.
Great.
And the way her model has done it is she does their mini sessions. So she books people in like 10 to 20. So she has like a 4 hour period.
Yeah.
10 to 20 minutes. So it is back to back for her.
Yeah.
But I mean, she I imagine a 4 hour period makes bank. Do you ever do mini sessions or things like that?
I have. There's such a headache.
Is it because it's just back and back? And,
Yes, people don't arrive on time, then it cuts into their time slot, and you're like, you should have read the email to the T. Like,
Yeah.
if you're 5 minutes late from when your session starts, then that's cutting into your 20-minute session.
Yeah.
Everybody loves mini sessions because they're cheap. And a lot of times when people think like, oh, family photos, they're going to take an hour. It's going to be so exhausting. That's not what family photos are now. They still can be. With growing up being the youngest of 7, we had to sit for what felt like hours when having photos taken. But that's not what it is. Like, okay, my kids won't handle an hour. Yeah, of course they're not going to handle an hour. It's not going to just be standing there looking at the camera. You guys are going to be playing. You're going to be running. I'm going to let the kids get their energy out. I'm not going to force them to be something that they're not, which I think people still have like that in their mind. It's like, that's not, it should feel like a family outing with just someone capturing it and you just look a little bit nicer.
Yeah.
So
how did you just, because I have a hard time, like in things I do ever, if someone asks me how much they owe me, putting a value on it. So how do you, and maybe this is good to put out there for advice for other people looking into starting a photography business, but how do you assess your value? Like where you're at, how much you should be charging, the model and things like that?
Still working on that specifically, but my husband is very data driven and I'm not. So the Lord has balanced us out that way. But it's been cool because I have to figure out all of my expenses, like what's coming out each month and like trying to figure out, okay, this is how much I need in order to cover like this and whatnot. But I don't really have a great answer to that question. We were just talking about it last week because there was a coaching opportunity that came up and the Lord physically gave me a stop sign that I was not supposed to do it, which I'm very happy that he did. I prayed for that, but prayed for the stop sign. But he didn't really understand like what people are charging in the industry. And I've been feeling like I've been too low, but not high enough. And a lot of times when I raise my prices and it's crickets, then I get like the nervousness. And then I'm like, okay, I'm just going to go back.
Yeah, I get that.
So I'm learning to step in and just, okay, this is what I provide for my clients. Like my husband just went and read all of my reviews. He's like, this is what the experience that you're providing. This is how you're loving on your clients. It's not all of the inquiry or the reviews don't talk about the photos that they receive. They talk about how you made them feel and like the experience that you provided to them. So like that's your selling point.
Which, and it
obviously you
makes
do good
a
work.
huge difference. Yeah.
But it's about how you make your couples feel, how you service them. So
because I think family photos in general, they are stressful.
oh yeah.
Or engage. And so if you have a photographer that will engage or even engage with the kids, I think that's why we've gone back to her, because she does, like I said, it's the mini sessions, but she'll like interact with the kids and she's okay with them running around, and it's gives you that time where even though I know she's swamped, it doesn't feel like she's focused on 10 other things. She gets our photos, they're done. And so for you to, like, I know to be able to cultivate that relationship with each client is a huge portion of like keeping your business going, but also like is a huge deal. It's a huge thing. And so I just give you props for that.
Yeah. One of the things that I always say is I think the wedding industry has it twisted where it's gotten more vendor focused with Pinterest and TikTok and having to have this whole shebang. It's gotten more vendor focused where they're focusing on what they want versus what the couple wants. And that's not my heart, because I want the couple to feel connected. I want them to feel at ease. If I'm doing their engagement session, I want it to feel like a date night and I'm just coming along.
Oh, I love that.
So we're doing things that they want to do. If they love riding bikes, then let's go ride bikes. If they have a favorite coffee shop, then let's go to that favorite coffee shop. If they stay home and do puzzles, let's do that.
Yeah.
Because I want them to feel comfortable. But also I always say that I'm very empathetic. So I can tell if people are uncomfortable. And so whatever I'm doing to make them uncomfortable, I switch it. Because it's not about what I want. Like I could be giving you a pose that I think will look great or a prompt that will look great. But if it doesn't look good and I can tell that you're uncomfortable, I'm going to pivot. Or I feel like a lot of photographers will say, oh, I'm going to get this Pinterest shot because it's going to get me all the bookings. No.
Yeah.
It's tailored to what the couple wants. And I ask for transparency and communication. So if I show them the back of my camera, I'm like, hey, what do you think? And they're like, oh, yeah, it looks fine. I'll be like, no, what do you think? They're like, no, it's fine. I'm like, Taylor, why don't you like it? They're like, my hand looks funny. Great. So happy you told me.
Yeah.
Then we move on.
Yeah.
It's not about me.
Oftentimes people won't tell you those little things
No.
until they get the photos and
Yep.
then they're regretting it. So I think that's cool to be ahead of because not a lot of people do that.
Yeah.
I think
And
in
if
any
you're-
type of business, but
Yeah. And if you're interviewing, if you're looking for a photographer, get them on the phone call. Because I say if you can't feel comfortable with them over the phone, then you probably won't feel comfortable with them in person. And then that's going to translate into your gallery. Because once you get those images back and they're doing a prompt or you just didn't feel good in your skin, you're just going to remember not feeling good.
Yeah.
And it's a big investment.
Do you ever look at you have friends obviously that sometimes that don't book you because you go to friends' weddings as a friend and then you see their photos and do you ever look at maybe not even your friends but do you ever look at someone's wedding photos and you're like, ugh, I could have done a lot better.
Yes.
But I can tell you just from a little know you, I don't think she would say that out loud to someone's face.
No. Never.
But yeah.
But because I'm a DJ and when I go to parties and and I'm listening
and you're like, man, I'm trash. They're so good.
There
Yes.
are those where I'm like, yo,
Okay,
that
this
is well.
dude
That's
is
not.
good.
Yes. Yeah.
I do that all the time.
I agree. I do agree that yes, we do get that. I don't like the way I phrased it as a negative, but I do. I think you do compare yourself to others because that's striving
1000%.
to learn and grow. I mean, and
there's
new
other,
techniques.
Yeah, there's other
I'm sure,
photographers in my field where I'm like, I've gotten to comparison with them. I've had to unfollow them for me because I've been so negative about myself. Well, they're getting this. They're getting this. Why am I not getting it? I'm like, nope. I love their work and I want to support them, but I can't follow them for my peace of mind.
Because
Well, and you always got to protect your peace.
I look at DJs sometimes. I'm like, yo, what equipment do you use? Or maybe what lens did you use to get that shot? What filter? What's your your ISO setting? Maybe just because there are certain images. I'm like, how did they produce that image? And so obviously there are people that I follow. Because I look up to them, I'm gonna be able to do that or get to that level. Not you, God, not you. No, I'm just kidding. But
I agree with that too.
There are people also
Not me?
that just kidding. Just kidding.
October's canceled.
There are photographer friends that I follow, and I have one friend, and she her main one. She's she does destination ones all the time, and I'm
Book me for your destination.
how did you get that? Who did you talk to? Why are you going to Fiji? Why are you going to Aruba?
That's what I wondered about.
She goes
She went to Fiji?
everywhere. It's crazy. And
Does
I'm
she
just-
need a second?
Probably. I've been lobbying to become her second all of it. And I'm like, look, I have an iPhone. Okay, let me go. I got
That
portrait
won't
mode.
work.
Put
Hey,
me
but she's got
on.
legit cameras and knows what to do. So if you ever need to go to Fiji, I know a really good photographer.
And
I've
I
been
got
to
a buddy,
Mexico and Jamaica.
I got a buddy named Mike Sy. He only does second shooting. That's his bread and butter is second shooting.
Yeah.
I'm like,
It's
why
nice
don't
to be
you
a second.
do
It's
your
nice to
own?
be a
He's like,
second.
they're not. I just stand there and shoot and hand off the card. I'm like,
You don't have to do anything.
I was like,
That is
can I be a second shooter? He's like, yeah, if you know what you're doing. I'm like,
I don't.
I might get in. I might get in on that bread.
Yeah.
Well, I wanna wrap up this portion
Okay.
of the.
What portion?
Me portion.
Let's do
He's
like
sick
2
of
more
me.
questions.
He's sick of me.
Let's do 3 more questions.
So, what would you say has been the
4
hardest
more
part
questions.
about wedding photography, your business? What's been the most challenging part of it? And I think you did answer a little bit earlier about kind of the challenge of spending weekends with your family when you have to be away at work. But is that your big one, or is there other things that have been really a struggle for you?
I mean, that's part of it. I can't think of another one that's oh my gosh. But I have to plan my year out in advance. So there's a lot of things that I miss out on, like baby showers and diaper kegs and bachelorette parties that I can't go on because I've made the commitment. Because once I make a commitment, I stick to it. I don't back out.
And wedding season is the busy. That's when a lot of those events, and they're typically on weekends.
They're all on weekends.
Yeah,
So,
gotcha.
Have you ever lost someone's images?
yes.
What do you do in that instance?
It's a really big apology.
No, it's I delivered the gallery. I had edited everything, delivered it. It was a big wedding. And my backup wasn't fully backing up to the cloud, and that hard drive got corrupted. Everything had been delivered. But there was one, she asked for a specific photo, and I went to pull up her gallery, because I was like, oh, I should have this. And it wasn't there because the hard drive got corrupted and the backup didn't actually back up. So I went and took it to a tech company, and then they were able to salvage all the images from the hard drive.
Oh, nice. Okay, so
Yeah.
you were able to save them.
I was able to save them.
Cool.
So your cloud storage fee must be really expensive.
I use Backblaze. It's really not that bad.
What's
you use?
Backblaze?
Backblaze.
Never heard of it. We use Apple, the cloud.
We might need to talk.
No, don't, no.
Okay, we're going
Backblaze.
to talk with the producer
Yeah,
after this
we'll
because
talk. Yeah.
right now I think we're on our 3rd hard drive.
We use, yeah.
Is it a solid standard disk?
Sure, maybe.
Good.
I don't know.
I was like, yeah, that
Because
sounds
the
great.
one that I used that got corrupted still had like the physical disk inside it. So when you're moving it, turning it, like it can mess up those
Ours,
gears.
yeah, it's a block you, but yeah, like a USB.
Do you hear it turn on when you plug it
Do
in?
you hear it turn on, Julia?
Okay, so yeah.
I was
you're
going to
good.
say, honestly,
Yeah.
if you want to know those answers,
Yeah.
I got one, like it heats up like when it's running. I hate it, but it's Western Digital.
That's fine.
they make that in the 1800s.
It's like a half a terabyte, whatever. Anyway,
Yeah, it's
another
not good.
question for you is, so what I was going to ask you, like one of the the difficult things, what about like learning like the photo software editor, like editing photos? Like, is that still time consuming, or are you kind of like, correct this, or is it like,
Do you have your own program you use?
are there
So
hours
Lightroom.
up at night just like editing photos?
There's hours up at night. But I have a part-time nanny that comes and so I can do stuff during the day because I like my sleep.
And do you have presets?
So I have a base preset that I purchased, but I've changed it so much. But I take a lot of time to edit. There are a lot of photographers who send out their stuff to a software company that can learn their editing style and go from there, which is great.
Interesting. Is that like AI?
No, I think there are some physical people that do it,
Interesting. Okay.
but I'm too controlling to let that portion go. I'll pay someone to do my blogging, my Pinterest, social media posts, but editing,
I don't blame you.
You're
I mean,
not doing
that's-
your own social media posts?
no.
That's not you creating those videos.
I sent her all the videos, but she did it. Because it was too time consuming and taking away time from my family, sitting on my phone trying to put a post together.
Crazy.
I think we need to hire someone for social media.
Oh,
That's not in the budget for you.
it's not.
Not yet.
We make no
Not
money.
yet, but this year big things gonna be popping. I'm just saying. I do want to say thank you again for traveling.
That's it.
Boy, if you don't, can I say one sentence without you interrupting?
Nah.
All right, cool. Thanks for traveling across country. Come out and see us. But if you are ever in Omaha or if you live out in the Omaha area, please check out Madison Michelle Photography. Again, her Instagram is madison.michelle.photography. And you can also go to her website, www.madisonmichellephotography.com.
Why are you limiting me to Omaha?
That's what I was thinking. Like,
Well,
bro,
I was thinking
like,
if someone's local right there, right now, that's listening. However,
what if they're
does
still
not
what
have
if
to
they're
be
here?
Omaha. She does do a Kansas City photography. I'm
Destination.
Destination.
Just take me anywhere.
Take her anywhere. To grandma's house for dinner.
Ooh, yes, please.
I mean, if grandma can cook. why
Yeah,
not?
I don't like cooking, so.
So let's go to our weekly segment, though.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
You messed that up.
I do it every time.
Bro, you need to learn get it together.
All right, Kayla, what you got this week?
What is like your favorite? Like, are your grandparents still alive? Like, do you still go visit grandparents?
I have one grandma that's alive.
Do
She's
you
93.
still like go to them for like meals and stuff?
She does not cook for anybody anymore. She
I was gonna
still
ask
lives
you, like,
at
what's
home.
like your favorite like home cooked like comfort like food?
Home cooked comfort food.
It's not on the list, so yeah, I'm just
My mom's a really great cook. I will say that. I love her lasagna, and her chicken noodle soup is to die for. If I would go to my mother-in-law's house, I want her to make an apple crumble. She makes great desserts
So you get the
What is
best
an
of both worlds.
and a roast.
With
Does it-
like oatmeal and
I
stuff.
hate roast. I'm sorry.
I'm not big on roast either.
Oh, you haven't had
I like
I don't
Sheila's
like, I don't
roast?
like anything in a crock
Mississippi
pot
mud
either.
roast. Have you ever had that one?
No,
It's with the ranch and the au jus and the.
no.
Is there pepperoncinis in it? Is there pepperoncinis in your roast, or is the roast like in an oven? It's just like a
No, the
meat?
peppercini one is the Mississippi mud.
No,
It's actually good.
She uses crock pots. It's great.
Is an apple thing that you said? Does that have
Crisp
like
crumble.
a crust thing? Like
It's
there's like
got it
a
on top.
pie dish.
Well,
Right.
it's got a little bit underneath. It's not super thick,
Oh, okay.
but then there's like a layer of like crumbly. Brown sugar
Oatmeal
goodness.
and
That's
stuff,
the
yeah.
only part I like about any kind of thing that has that is the top part. The filling, get it out of here.
I mean,
I
will say-
scraped off like a portion.
I will say for me,
He's a
though,
muffin top man.
it's
I am 100%. I'm a muffin top man. I'm not ashamed to admit that.
get your shirt today at thyfstore.com.
Muffin top man.
You're welcome.
Oh man.
I was gonna say for me, because I have to give my nanny a shout out. It will always be her biscuits and gravy. She makes the best. Also, my mom's tuna noodle casserole. It's so good. So good. Tuna, it's the best.
You don't like tuna?
No.
Like no kind, like canned,
No.
like cooked, like a sushi.
No. Okay. Well, that's no. I can tell when my husband has made like tuna helper. I can instantly smell it when I get in the house.
Was this your weekly segment?
No, I'm
Well,
spitballing.
come on, what's your
I
weekly-
don't want the show to end.
Caleb, we
All
have
right.
to.
So,
Yeah.
hey, folks, again, we love the fact that y'all watch. Thank you for tuning in. If you listened only, thank you. Thank you for like being on this journey with us. Madison, thank you so much for being here and sharing the podcast and
Thanks
just
for having
sharing
me.
that you were excited. This has been my favorite episode.
You say that every episode. How
This
dare
has
you?
been the favorite one. I you know what? The next one we do won't be my favorite. I'm just gonna call that now. Nah, I'm just playing. I love. Hey, folks, thanks. We'll see you next week.
Yup.
Don't do that.
Don't tell me how to live my life. I'm gonna live my life how I want.